Hello, church. I want to continue to invite you this fall to join us for our series on stories of refuge. What does it mean to become a spiritual safe haven? This has already led to several good conversations with people in the congregation, but also hearing stories of our people having conversation with family members, neighbors, whatnot, just that process and hearing people who've been hesitant or wounds and just creating space where they can actually talk about it in a way that's meaningful and hopefully bring some healing in the process. This Sunday is also Communion Sunday, so come join us as we partake of the elements representing Christ's death, burial, and resurrection. It would be great. I do want to remind people, though, for this series, we have these cards, and I would like everyone to have one of these cards and to be praying intentionally for someone you might invite. As you pray that God might put somebody on your mind who maybe they used to come, they got hurt and they haven't been around, or just a coworker where you've heard some stories where there's been some pain, and maybe this series can lead to a conversation which leads to reconnecting with the divine, which leads to healing and growth and all those beautiful things that we also believe is so part of this story where God draws broken people back to him for the purpose of reconciling. I also want to make sure, we'll include this in the email as well, but we have this process we've been working on around our language. What makes West Portland United Methodist West Portland? And we have these three things that are really standing out about who we are. One is we are inspired by Christ, and we're playing with maybe the change in inspired to rooted, that we're rooted in Christ. There's a centrality to that it influences our spirituality. The other is that we deeply care for one another. We show up for people. We check in on people when they're sick. Those type of things are legitimately happening, and I think people want to be known. It's a value, and so it's unique to us. The other is that we are committed to tangible acts of kindness, and you have seen this through so many things, even the blood drive this last week that was very successful, and sock drives, different things that you as a church have done. And so if this is our identity, how do we rally around that? How do we lean into that? How does knowing who we are influence even how we represent West Portland? So again, West Portland United Methodist, we are inspired by Christ in our spirituality. We are a people who care deeply for one another, and we are committed to tangible acts of kindness, engaging in practical ways to serve our community. I would love to dialogue with you around the language. If there's something you think should be added, if maybe some of the language just needs to be changed a little bit, I would love this to be a dialogue, and I would love for the input from the entire church around this. I know we've done surveys, we've talked about it as a leadership team, but feel free to respond, and I would love to go out to coffee with you and just have a conversation around who are we. Thank you.